TKBS Nation, welcome to another riveting episode of Pop Gumbo, where we're talking what's popping in pop culture. I, as usual, am Dr. Tachi. Let's get to it. Let's not waste time. First up, let's talk a little bit about social media trends. I don't know if you've been paying attention to TikTok, Instagram, and other social media platforms, but nostalgia is big. It's huge. And part of the reason, of course, is because nostalgia just often makes people feel good. Think about your favorite show from the 80s or 90s or even the early 2000s and think about how that makes you feel. That's exactly why nostalgia is big, and it's having a big resurgence on social media. Now, usually when it comes to social media trends, I'm like, that's cute, but can we move on? There is one particular trend, though, however, that I am hooked on and I look for every time I'm on social. The social media trend that I'm in love with and can't get enough of is the one where creators are actually recreating 90s sitcoms or scenarios from 90s sitcoms, particularly the ones from TGIF, which was on ABC starting from about 1989 to about 2003. And that was basically a slate of programming with these types of sitcoms that taught lessons, basically. All you have to do is go to TikTok or Instagram or any other social platform where you can use hashtags and type in the hashtag 90s sitcoms be like. I'm telling you, a whole plethora of these videos pop up and I am here for it. Not only are people coming up with scenarios in these snippets for just a brief few seconds, there are actually creators who have made entire episodes, mini episodes of these shows that run for maybe 3 minutes or so. That is actual production. And for the ones who have expanded this trend into actual episodes, all you have to do is look at the costumes. Although they're purposely meant sometimes to be funny, but the fact that they found wigs and other clothing to fit within this trend is amazing to me. There's also the writing aspect of it. The fact that they sat down to come up with the scenarios and then the scripts. And then, if that wasn't enough, they are also playing every character. So the reason I wanted to explore this is not just because it's such a hot trend on social media, but this is actually making me question what's going to happen to the future of television. I'm wondering if this is going to signal to traditional linear television that they need to come back to scripted TV that's like this because there's such nostalgia over it. Now, one of the more popular TGIF shows was Family Matters that ran from 1989 to 1997. And because it was so popular, you're going to notice a lot of tinges of Family Matters in these challenges on social media, particularly the music, the laugh tracks, and the mannerisms of the characters. So will the popularity of this challenge on social media have any effect on programming going forward that we see on traditional linear television? Well, often we do see traditional television lean into trends that have been started on social media. We notice it in some of the shows, noticing some things on social media. So we do see that happening. However, I don't know if that's going to be enough cause for them to get back to producing 90s type sitcoms. Maybe the gamble would not be worth it when you consider that Gen Z adults who are between the ages of 18 and 26, only 30% of them watch traditional television and get information on a regular basis from traditional television. I think we also need to consider here where Gen Z and the next generation, Gen Alpha, spend a lot of their content viewing time. Here's a hint, it's not traditional television. Gen Z and older Gen Alphas are spending most of their time on YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. So, knowing that this is the case, we just might be seeing more of these full-fledged 90s style sitcoms on social and not traditional media. So let me know what you think. Are you here for this social media challenge as much as I am? And would you watch if traditional networks came up with 90s style type sitcoms again? Let me know in the comments. Well, I think we better move on to the next story before Gen Z gets bored. My friends, that is it for this edition of Pop Gumbo. Thank you so much, as usual, for watching the entire thing and for staying and having a ball with me. And I leave you with this, as usual: the dream